Hey, welcome back to my channel, you guys. So today I'm going to be talking about kind of a really big topic, but I'm going to try to generalize it in just a smaller way because if I talk about it in such a big way, it's going to be a lot of questions and I would be here forever talking about it. So today we're going to be talking about sponsorships, which I feel like I have a good aspect on it. A good talking point on it just because of the fact that I'm a streamer and I also work in the gaming industry where we deal with sponsorships as well. So in this video, I'm only speaking about like in the gaming industry as a content creator. If it's Twitch, YouTube, or whatever kind of thing you do, it's only meant for content creation in the gaming industry because that's the only experience I have. So that's only what I'm talking about. It can apply to other stuff as well if you find this video from, any other source, but I'm mainly only talking about gaming sponsorships in the gaming industry / content creation world. When I talk about a lot of these things, it's not stuff that's personally happened to me or anybody I know. It's just things that I have observed, and so I'm just going to talk about it. So first of all, let's just talk about how to gain a sponsorship, or what kind of tips do you go for, or what kind of tips would I give for people looking for sponsorships. So I would say first off, the first thing you want to know is what kind of product are you looking for, and what kind of company are you looking for to working with. When it comes to sponsorships, you want to find a brand that you actually would love to work with, and if you really would like to check out their products, that's the first thing you want to do. Secondly, you want to make sure that you do some research on the company as well, because if you have some sort of knowledge, you'll know like if they're a good company or if they're not, if there's something that actually benefits you in your personal way. If you feel that like if you did represent this brand and they fit your mindset and your morals and all that kind of stuff, then make sure you do that research. You want to have some sort of following on social media or on your content creation channel or whatever audience that you have, because sponsors want to know that if they send you product, or if they represent you, or if they send a link to you or any codes to you or any games to you, that they're actually being seen by at least a number amount of people. It's not like every company is different, so that's why I'm not saying like you have to have this many followers and this many like people. Like they just want to know that if they represent you and you represent them, that some people are going to see that and see like your opinion about whatever product it is. What I used to do was I would go on the company's website and I would search usually around, like it's on usually the top or the bottom, or some companies don't even have it. I would go click on the contact us or contact page, and there's usually like an email address or a box where you can fill out a message of like, or whatever you want to fill out. So basically this is where you kind of introduce the company to yourself and what you do, and how there could be a working relationship between the two. When you write these messages, that you actually know who you're speaking with. If you don't know who you're speaking with, it's always okay to just say hello, or to whom it may concern, because not all companies like have publicly who like the main contact will be there. So if you say, oh, hello to whom it may concern, or just hello, that's okay. Then you go, introduce yourself. Hi, my name is so and so. I do this, and my channel is this. Which that's a good start. That's where I always start with, and it has worked sometimes, and it sometimes hasn't worked. But you want to start off like explaining who you are and what you do right away. Also want to make sure like your message is like correct, and you spell check it, and you make sure like all the stuff is good, because like a really bad impression on a sponsor right away is if you have a bunch of misspellings, if you don't spell things right, if your sentences are just like all over the place and don't make any sense. It's always good to know that this person has done their research on what the company does, or what they do in general, because obviously sponsors and companies, they have competitions with other companies. So it would be really good to know, like already in your head, okay, well I already know like what this company does and I really would like to work with them, and you explain like, okay, I want to work with you guys because I really love this blah blah. And then you want to have some reasoning why you want to work with this company, and not just like, I want free stuff. I want free stuff. Always remember, like, there will be sponsors who may not ever answer. And there's a, like, and I feel like, you know, it's good to check in to see, you know, if they message you back and you haven't got a message back after they messaged you originally, it's good to check in. But I have always personally felt that if, you know, you send a message to a sponsor and they just don't respond back, I just always feel like it's very awkward when someone's like, well, did you get my message? Like, you know what I mean? Because some sponsors may not be interested, and they may get a lot of notices, and they're not going to send to every single person like, no, we're not interested, or whatever. They just probably won't respond. But I mean, that's totally up to you if you do that. But you don't want to continuously send messages like, did you get my message? Did you get my message? Did you get my message? Because maybe they got it and they just are not interested, and they just don't have the time to do that. I mean, that's just the reality of things. Like, I learned about that when I was working in the gaming, like when I was a gaming journalist. Like, there was a lot of companies I reached out to that never responded back, and I always was like, okay, if they don't respond back, that's totally fine. But sometimes people probably don't get messages because they maybe went to their spam, which is okay if you do decide to, you know, reach back out to see if they got it. That's totally up to you, I would say. But me personally, I just felt like I didn't want to be an annoyance to someone if they already got it and then they feel obligated to have to say no to you, because not a lot of companies will even say no. Once you know, say you gain a sponsor, you know, it kind of depends on the person, because like everybody's different, and it's not like, you know, I'm not saying you have to, like, you don't have to, I'm not saying you have to be a goody two shoes or whatever, or you don't have to suck up to a company because, like, you know, they're giving you free stuff or whatever thing. Like, if you honestly love the product, I mean, say it. Be very expressive of it. You don't want to fake like things or whatever. I mean, but that's totally up to whoever the person is. But me, I've always, if I liked a product, I really honestly talked about it and said I liked it. If I didn't like a product, I mean, I would talk to the people at the company, explain to them, like, you know, I did not like this product. These are the reasonings why, but that's it. And I would keep that, you know, to myself, because I felt like it's not really, if I'm already getting sponsored by a company, I already feel like it's disrespectful to go out there and be like, oh, this product sucks, and you're already being sponsored by them. It's kind of awkward. You know, if you're already sponsored, you want to be very, very careful to not like have a lot of conflict of interest things happening. Like, you know, if someone asks you about, like, I don't know, your sponsor's competitor compared to their product, I mean, I feel like that's an okay situation where you could talk about it. But if it's just like, I really love this and this company stuff, that their competitor, and I hate this brand, but they're sponsored by, like, I'm sponsored by them, it's kind of an awkward situation where it's just like, okay, like, why are we sponsoring you if you like clearly are like disliking, you know, our product? But, you know, like I say, like, always, I guess, always be honest, but also be professional about being, you know, being a sponsoree, because even if you're not working with other brands do look at that. They might not even be in the same industry with your sponsor, but they also see that. If they see that you're just like flying off the wall and doing all this kind of other stuff, it does, like, you know, people are looking all the time. They're always like even if they don't follow you, it's just people know. But when it comes to you trying to go into a business venture, you have to be very professional, very, you know, on your stuff, because you want to have both sides where you could be fun, but also like, no, like, if I want to go into this business aspect of content creation or whatever, you want to have that professional side to yourself too, so sponsors can see, like, okay, he's a funny guy, he's really cool, but he knows how to be very serious and be, you know, be business oriented, because it can lead into other things. Like, your sponsors could be like, hey, you know, we have this project that we want you to be involved in. We see how great your personality is and, like, you know, how professional you are. We really want to work with you to do some other stuff. So always be mindful of, like, keeping your professional image, you know, in your head. If you're just, like, you know, being yourself. Like, I am a person who, I'm myself. I am myself all the time, but I also am very serious when it comes to business and myself because I really care about my career and how I want to continue going forward in life. And I think I have done a pretty good job of that. If you have any more questions, feel free to contact me. And I can try to help out as much as I can. But yeah, sponsorships is a very, very big topic. But I try to, just talk about what important things you need to make sure that you do when you are looking for one because it can get kind of intense depending on what the company is and who you want to be involved with. But just make sure you stay true to yourself and that you want to represent a company that represents you as well. So don't be afraid to, go out there and find someone that you really honestly want to work with and but also make sure you're keeping yourself professional as well so you can possibly get some more like exposure to yourself for your career or whatever you're trying to do. So yeah. All right, well, thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully that did help. I know it's kind of like vague. Some of the stuff is vague, but hopefully it can lead you in some kind of way of or advice to help you out in the sponsorship world. All right, so this is UGR Gaming. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this video below or anywhere. If you're watching this on any sort of platform, just like whatever it is. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.